I got this. I hate these kind of tweets, but JP got the same one. We probably all did, except for Lurch.
I hate that.
So which team do you think DC can win a championship in the next 20 years? These hacky, just sort of DC sports curves.
Right. What is this on Twitter?
Whatever.
Why
It doesn't matter. It could be anywhere.
I know.
I just hate that question.
I'm just asking you what it is.
Because you just want to make fun of whatever the platform is. So why bother? It's just.
But it was social media.
Yes.
It's always that's the only way people contact me. I don't have the email.
All right. I'm just clarifying. Look how defensive he gets.
Well, because I just know you're going to attack it.
No, I was just clarifying.
Listen, our culture engages. Other than you, our culture engages.
What stupid platform are we talking about again?
Our culture engages in social media.
Twitter.
You do not.
was tilted by somebody saying,
it's the worst culture for it, too.
It might be, but most of our world
I generally agree with you, but I can't get away from it.
I know. You're addicted to it, too.
Yeah, listen. Anyway, so somebody asked, do you think any DC team is so tilted because everyone just thinks we're cursed around here? We're not cursed. It's hard to win championships. But do you think any team will win a championship in the next 20 years in this town, right? Hacky sports question. People of our what we do are asked this all the time. And immediately I said, of course we can win a championship in the next. Of course. And then I started responding. Of course I think the Caps and the Nats. I think they're the two most likely, right? I think those two. The most
probably
likely
could
to win
happen
championship.
Probably the closest.
Yeah, I think. But then so this is my hot take that I was thinking about. I'm not trying to be weird. I just honestly think this. It's so hard to navigate through the NHL playoffs. We know this, right? How many games do you have to win?
16.
You got to win 16 games, right?
Yep.
It's so hard to do that. It's so hard to get through even Major League Baseball's playoffs system, right? Mm-hmm. There's so many games. I actually think the best chance might be the Redskins. Just have a hot year and win 3 playoff games. Get a 1 seed, be like the Falcons, and win 3 playoff games. I actually think they might be the best, and that's why, shocker, they've won 3.
I would put.
You can get hot.
I would put.
When they won in '82, they were like 500 in the regular season.
I put the Nationals.
When they
ahead
won
of them
in '87, it was a scab.
I would put the Caps and Nats ahead of them.
I don't know that
even though you got to win more games.
They're better. Not even close.
Yeah.
I don't know how you can put the Nats so far ahead. They've never gotten out of the first round of the playoffs.
Because they're always there. You just keep knocking on the door.
Okay, but that doesn't mean you're necessarily going to advance.
Don't take offense as a Caps fan.
I'm not.
I would put the Caps at number 1.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, I can make the argument for the Skins because you just have a hot year like Carolina did last year, like Atlanta did this year. Next thing you know, you're in the Super Bowl. You got a great shot. You only have to win 3 playoff games. If you have a great regular season.
You don't get lucky in the NFL, I don't think. You don't get lucky to win a Super Bowl.
But I think you can get hot 1 year.
You still got to be really good. You got to be really good
only for 1 year.
Hot.
It doesn't have to be sustained
It doesn't have
greatness.
To be, no,
it could just be one hot draft. It didn't work out for the Cowboys, but you draft Zeke Elliott and Dak Prescott. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, whatever the scenario is for your team.
And you have to have your franchise quarterback. That's been established.
But don't you kind of think
it might be
that
easier.
The Redskins, who have just botched everything for the last 15 years in terms of personnel.
Yeah, I think they're run horribly.
They're run horribly.
It's a terrible
Upper
organization.
management's terrible. How are they ever going to put together a team that would be that good?
They'd just be lucky. It'd just be lucky. It would just be luck.
They have to luck box their way into it.
They would luck box their way in, get a good draft, sign 1 or 2 free agents that actually pan out, 1 or 2 guys that way overachieve, and they just get hot for a year. I actually think that might be easier than trying to win 16 playoff games in the NHL playoffs where it's just unreal how difficult it is. How long is the playoff run in hockey? Was it
It's
2.5
like early
months?
April into
2 months.
Mid-May.
I mean,
late May.
is. I mean, those guys
Not
go.
that difficult for the Penguins. They seem to do it every now and then.
Well, they haven't figured out they're a legitimate organization. But you go. Those guys go like clean shaven to looking like Duck Dynasty at the end of it.
Yeah, I hope my beard's nice and gnarly this spring.
NBA goes from mid-April till June. I mean, that's
I just
2
don't
months.
think the Wizards will ever be good enough to anytime soon.
By the way, you got tilted by the tweet, and
Well,
yet
they're
it
pretty
gave
good
you
this year.
good
Not good
material
enough
on
to
the
win.
show.
It did, because I created something out of it. But I actually think it might be easier in the NFL to just have a one-off win, get hot for 3 games in the playoffs.
I think it's all about the same.
Well, we'll see.
Do you disagree with the notion that the Stanley Cup is the hardest trophy to win? I think it is because of the nature and the length of the playoffs.
I don't agree with that. I think a lot of people use that cliche. I don't agree with it. You got to win 16 games in the NBA. You got to win
You got to go through now 3 rounds in the major leagues.
Right.
And,
I agree.
And basically have to do the same thing in the NFL. Now, you can get a bye. You get a bye, so it's 3 games. But the games are an equivalency of a series.
Yeah, but it's just, to me, I think it's easier to win 3 single games than it is to win 3 series.
To me, if you're the best team, I think it's easier to win those series that are the best of 7. Like the Cavaliers, they could lose a game, but they're not going to lose the best of 7 series to like the 8 seed, for example.
The
Warriors can lose a game, but they're not going to lose a best of 7. But in the NFL, you could be the best team, a 1 seed, and lose a game.
Correct. But I still think it's easier.
You don't get another shot at it.
The Cowboys were the 1 seed. All right, they should have been the representative in the NFC by seeding in the NFC, but they lost 1 game.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You got to be really good to beat that.
So I think the NFL.
You got to be really good to beat that 1 seed.
Right. Yeah. To me, the NFL might be harder because it's easier to be upset.
I don't know. I don't know.
I actually don't think.
I just don't
I think
don't
it's
see
easier
the Skins doing it.